Midnight Guthrie here at the gym with the commission and their new colleague, Mr. Stephen.
Nope, you don't even bother him. You see, people may look at the commission and think those guys have never seen the inside of a gym in their lives, but look around. Where are we at right now? I'm asking you a question.
We're obviously in a gym.
We are in a gym. And right over there, lifting that iron, is my good friend, Stephen Richards. And you see, he's been here since last month. We snuck him in on a private jet. We brought him down here to the gym, and he's been clanging and banging, baby, getting ready to win the Metro Pro Heavyweight title. And you see, Jeremy Wyatt, you're going to have to be one hell of a man to beat Stephen Richards, and you don't have what it takes.
So you snuck him down here. He's literally been working out hours every day?
Yes.
I mean, the Metro Pro Heavyweight title is the most prestigious in the Midwest, but this is beyond anything I've ever heard as far as a challenger, the lengths the challenger is going to go to for the championship. Now, have you guys been working out with him?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Every day. Look at this. Look at these abs. Washboard, baby. Washboard. I'm in here at least 2-3 minutes a day.
Yeah.
You know?
We have Gary in here watching over Richards, making sure that the proper nutrition and lifting's going in. So we've put a lot of time into this, and this is going to be a big night for us. Big night. Tag team titles, we already have them. The heavyweight title, unbelievable stuff.
Can I ask him any questions at all?
I'd rather you not.
Okay.
And if he wants to speak to you,
I mean, obviously the challenger, his reputation precedes him. He's in tremendous shape.
A specimen.
And
specimen of a man.
He certainly poses a huge threat to Jeremy Wyatt's championship here in Metro Pro Wrestling.
He wants to speak. You go ahead.
Don't get too close. I don't work out for vanity. I don't work out for women. I don't work out for accolades. I work out because of the courage of my conviction. You call it overtraining?
I didn't say that at all.
You call it OCD? You call it insanity?
I don't think I said
courage of my conviction. I work out as much as I do. I train like I do. I deprave myself of sleep like I do. Not for me, not for the commission, not even for you, but each and every one of those people out there, those people that are crying, those people that are so desperately wanting someone to do something for their own good. They can consider themselves saved now. Get them out of here.
Let's go. That's enough. Let's go. Yeah. Right here. Out that front door. Get out. Goodbye.
Midnight Guthrie here with the Kansas champion, Tyler Cook, who, despite us being indoors, is sporting the shades right now. And before we talk about your next opponent, the very talented Elvis Aliaga.
The big 8 foot, that guy?
This is Elvis Aliaga. No, Giant Gonzalez?
Yeah, that guy?
No. He's dead.
Who are you talking about?
Elvis Aliaga, the very talented Harley race trainee. But I also...
Cancun Kid?
He's not the Cancun Kid. That's
what?
I don't know if
this guy?
That's a little much, don't you think? That's comparing the two?
What?
I see what you're getting at there. So Elvis Aliaga, very talented. What are your thoughts leading into this match with Elvis Aliaga? I don't think you've done enough studying up of him, clearly.
Clearly, I have no idea who he is, so clearly he doesn't matter. It's just one more guy in the books for the showcase, Tyler Cook. It doesn't matter. The Kansas title, it's always on the line. It doesn't matter who you stick in the ring with me, because... Well, did you see that?
What?
Dang. It doesn't matter who you stick in the ring with me, but tonight, Elvis Aliaga, tonight, Elvis, you're going to be leaving the building in a stretcher.
Hello and welcome once again to Metro Pro Wrestling here on Metro Sports. I'm Dave Borchard alongside Chris Goff here at Turner Rec Center in Kansas City, Kansas. And Chris, a newcomer here, and you don't always like newcomers, but if you're facing Tyler Cook, I sure as hell like you.
What?
How about Elvis Aliaga?
This guy? What is he, some kind of Ricky Steamboat ripoff? And he thinks he can just walk on into Metro Pro Wrestling and beat Tyler Cook for the Kansas title? Yeah, right.
Are you disrespecting Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Chris?
No, this guy is, for looking like him. Hell, he's Jimmy Snuka all of a sudden.
Oh, yes, I love Jimmy Snuka and Steamboat. Let's hope Aliaga's half as good as those guys here in his Metro Pro debut, taking on Tyler Cook, the master of the dollar store sunglasses, Chris. That's what I call him.
They look like Blues Brothers sunglasses, and that's my favorite movie of all time, so shut up. And speaking of awesome style, look at Don Diablo's hat. Dave, it's back.
Then a hat or a ponytail? Or a combination of both, Chris, yeah.
Oh, hear me. That sounds some real great hair, though, Dave. Tyler Cook's fro. I've always loved it. The white man's fro is great. And here comes his sidekick and business associate, SBC. Showtime, we call it.
SBC and STD here tonight in Turner.
It's STC. It's actually Cook, not Duke.
I get so confused, Chris. All
Yeah,
these
sure you
initials,
do.
all these abbreviations. It's hard to keep track here.
Yeah,
Plus the crowd
sure.
always chants STD, and I forget what his nickname
This
is.
is Showcase Tyler Cook, Dave, and it's Showtime Bradley Charles, and these two are going to hold on to the Kansas title for a very long time. Even if they trade it back and forth, I'm okay with that.
Well, they certainly have had their duels in the past, Chris, but they seem to be on the same page now, and it's hard to believe both these guys are former fan favorites. They're so full of themselves now, it's disgusting.
Hey, Tyler Cook can pull any chick in this building, Dave, and I know there's plenty of them around here that we all think are just hot. And Tyler Cook has his pick of the litter.
Well, we got, the roller derby girls are pretty good looking. Of course, we know Lucy's just
Medea.
unbelievable, but Medea.
You slap some lipstick and a new dress on that? Hey, take her out in the town.
I think
anyway,
I'm
I
going to be
digress.
sick, Chris.
Elvis Aliaga, Dave. Some girls think he's a good-looking guy, too, but, I mean, he's nothing compared to Tyler Cook, or so I'm told.
How about the rest of the show, by the way? We have part of the commission, Mr. Abernathy in action against Davey Vega. And then later in the main event, Chris, Ryan Drago and Mark Sterling. I mean, we got a hell of a show here tonight.
Should be a big match, and I'm waiting for Mark Sterling to get a win back against Ryan Drago. And Mr. Abernathy, of course, he's part of the commission, Dave, so he'll take out Davey Vega. It's going to be a heck of a night here on Metro Pro Wrestling. You're right.
Well, any night we can see those giant chompers in HD, Chris, and Mr. Abernathy. That's all I want to see.
Dave, those are beautiful. Like I've said before, if we were in Africa, those tusks, they're worth a lot of money.
It's a good thing we got those wide-angle lenses, Chris.
True.
Was it for the 16:9 HD TV, Abernathy's fangs would be not nearly as impressive as we're underway here.
I don't even understand why you keep ripping on his vanity, but I digress. He's a tag team champion. Tyler Cook now with a nice side headlock on Elvis Aliaga, who, Dave, was trained by 8-time world champion Harley Race, is currently being trained over there at World League Wrestling. And so I don't know. He's coming in here with some pedigree behind him, but of course he's not going to take home the Kansas title to Eldon, Missouri.
Well, we'll see. It's definitely a tough debut match against the current champ, Tyler Cook. Tyler Cook's had the belt here for coming up on 3 months, Chris, but going for the early pin, only gets a 1 count.
Tyler Cook held on to the Kansas title for a very long time, Dave. We know SBC and him have a falling out a couple of years ago. SBC had it for even a longer time. Mike Seidel held on, transitional champion, until Tyler Cook gets it rightfully back.
Will you not put down Mike Seidel, okay? He's off at the big time right now, Chris.
He's going to Japan, Ring of Honor, whatever. Tyler Cook, he was just a placeholder for Tyler Cook, and now he's going to teach Elvis Aliaga a thing or two. Dave, I've heard this Elvis guy is a huge Elvis fan. Obviously, he's got the chops. Does he not understand that Elvis wasn't from the Philippines? Huh?
He's the king, Chris. This guy wants to be the new king of pro wrestling, taking the honor from Jerry Lawler and said Harley Race.
We'll see if he can pull out the victory tonight, Dave. I'm really sure it's going to happen.
Definitely don't know. I mean, talk about a tough first match anyway. And then you have SBC just sitting there outside the ring. I mean, it's almost a 2 versus 1 based on the cheating we see from these guys normally.
You know, Dave, some people out there have a problem with Showtime Bradley Charles getting involved in matches. And
Yeah, like everyone, Chris, except you.
I don't understand. Well, he's out there because he's a friend. Look at that big drop kick by Elvis.
I'm sure Elvis Aliaga has lots of friends too, Chris, but they're not out here trying to cheat.
That's true. That's true. He has no friends. That's the
But
true
you just
part.
said it was true.
The true part is Tyler Cook's in trouble. Shut up. I'm getting off my game here, Dave.
You're distracted just because Tyler Cook's down and out at the moment, Chris. Maybe he'll lose that Kansas title.
Oh, coming into the corner. Look at this. Flipping him out. And Tyler Cook's in trouble.
Aliaga got up to a rough start in this match, but looking good at the moment. Big leg drop. It's like the hookster, Chris.
I guess so. Another one. No, elbow drop now. And Tyler Cook is in trouble. Showtime. Come on.
And some old school high impact moves here from the newcomer.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
This isn't the 68 comeback tour, Dave. Here's a cover.
Elbow right to the face. No.
You know what, Dave? We all know what happened to Elvis. He died fat on a toilet, okay? That's what's going to happen tonight in figurative terms, of course.
We also died very rich, Chris, and eating delicious peanut butter and bacon sandwiches with lots of hot babes. So if you're going to go, I guess that's not a bad way to do it.
Sure, I just don't want to go at the age of 40 or whatever he was. Look at that. Big shoulder block into the side of the ribs of Elvis Aliaga and SBC. Yes, using his brain.
Hey, point to his head, Chris. I call that suspicious minds, if you know what I mean. It's
Nice, Dave.
Yeah, well,
nice.
I've been thinking about that for a long time here, trying to think of some Elvis songs.
Yeah, well, if anyone had some blue shoes, there'd be some blue suede shoes in there, Dave, going down. But no, there's a lot of things you can go. Okay, Dave? A lot of song titles.
Look, only with a 2 count, didn't hook the leg there, Chris.
You know, when he loses tonight, Elvis, he's going back to the ghetto, Dave.
Well,
In the ghetto.
didn't know he was from St. Louis, Chris.
That's true. Good point.
Hey, how's your 4th of July, by the way, Chris?
Fantastic.
Good. I gotta give a shout out to my nephew, Mike King, got engaged over the weekend. He's going back to the Marines now, but gotta give him a shout out. That was a big celebration of the family 4th of July gathering.
That's great. No one cares.
Shut up, Chris.
No one cares about your family or anything else that happens in your time away from the show.
Nobody cares about Tyler Cook, I'll tell you that much.
Tyler Cook doesn't look. He's got the Elvis pants that look like Elvis Presley's like rhinestone capes he used to wear.
Amazing.
Is it?
Yeah, it sort of reminds me of Al Lotta down there at the cigar box, too.
Oh, I love Al Lotta, Dave. I think he just knife edge chop his nipple off though, Dave.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, Chris.
Tyler Cook now taking a couple big rights to the face. There's another one.
Aliaga, even you would admit, pretty impressive here in his Metro Pro debut, Chris.
Elvis Aliaga, good size on this guy, and I'm very green. He's only been in the business about a year, and look how much he's done so far. Looking pretty good against Tyler Cook. Nice follow-away slam, though, by the champ.
You're right, though. Aliaga, big, strong guy, and impressive that Cook was able to catch him there and toss him like that. And now Cook over the top rope. What's he going to do here?
Oh, look at that. Nice. Landing right on the back of Elvis. Here's a cover. Yes.
The king is down. The leg is
The king
open,
is
only
dead.
a 2 count.
Oh, come on.
The king is dead, but not this king, Chris.
King is dead. I told you. Had a couple floaters on the toilet.
It's disgusting, Chris.
Yeah, there's too many fried Twinkies over there in Memphis and Graceland, Dave. You know that.
I don't even think you can fry Twinkies anymore. I thought they quit making those.
You can fry whatever you want and get a Fry Daddy over at Walmart. What are you talking
I just didn't think you could buy Twinkies anymore. I thought they stopped that a couple months ago.
Whatever spongy pastry you can buy now. Quit being so technical.
Elvis Aliaga,
Look at this. Come on, backbreaker.
not in good shape here and buried in the mat.
Sidewalk slam by Tyler Cook. Here's a cover.
He thinks it's it, but not much of an effort on the
He's
cover
left the
here.
building. Come on. Come on, stay down, Elvis.
So you're saying the king went out on his throne, Chris, is what I heard you say.
He did.
That's
Blaze the glory, Dave.
Sad testament.
Taking care of business is his finishing maneuver, Dave. That's what Elvis Aliaga finishes his matches with. Unfortunately, we're not going to see that tonight.
Oh, you don't
Because
get ahead
Tyler
of
Cook's
yourself,
going to
Chris.
win this match, take home the title. Him and SBC going to continue their glorious 4th of July weekend. It's going to be great.
Aliaga took a big elbow to the back and another there. Right on the spine, Chris. That can't feel good.
The hot females around here, Dave, are going wild for Tyler Cook. You hear it?
I hear 3 girls chanting, and like I said, the only hotties here in the crowd are the roller derby girls, Chris, but they'll cheer for any guy that walks out here with his shirt off.
Big right hand. Oh, that is true. Abernathy included. Elvis is getting a little momentum here, Dave.
Hey, he's got his encore going here, Chris.
Yes.
No, but Cook catches him.
Inverted atomic drop. Big clothesline.
King is down here, Chris.
He is.
Come on, Tyler.
Tyler Cook's worse for wear as well. He can't even make a cover attempt here.
Come on, Tyler. SBC yelling at him in his corner.
At least he hasn't gotten involved in the match yet.
No, he's probably won't.
Probably won't.
Yes, STC, Dave. He's trying to tell everybody.
And the crowd has a different chant, Chris.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure
Something
they do.
you're familiar with is Elvis back
Aliaga.
to his feet. Yes.
Come on, Tyler.
Oh, big clothesline.
Tyler's in trouble. Oh, big drop kick.
Man, did you see the elevation on that drop kick? And another.
6'1", 6'2". He's a pretty big guy, and that's really high elevation on that drop kick. And Tyler, look, Dave, he needs his sunglasses back.
I don't think he knows where he's at, Chris.
Come on. No.
Big flag forearm.
But look, he fell down, Dave. It's going to give Tyler a couple seconds here to recoup, baby.
Doesn't look like it. Maybe a big bulldog here. Yes.
No.
Yes, he hit it.
Is Elvis going to become the new Kansas champ?
I think he has it, Chris. He's got
No. Get up.
No.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. No titles need to be going back to Eldon, Missouri. That's for damn sure.
Well, they definitely don't need to be going to Lawrence, Kansas, Chris. We all know they only win titles in one sport over there.
I love Lawrence, Kansas, Dave.
Hey, you've changed your tune a lot here the last 2 weeks, Chris. I know that.
We have.
Tyler Cook going for the roll-up, but Elvis hangs onto the rope.
Look at this. Nice power slam off the ropes. That's enough. It's
Elvis
over.
was going for the spear, but Cook caught him. I don't know how Elvis kicked out.
That one's 3.
Let's go. SBC trying to teach the referee how to count to 3. Obviously, it's not working so far. And Tyler Cook going over to his corner, climbing to the top, Dave. And this might be the finishing touch. Or as we said, Elvis will be leaving the building in a stretcher.
Don Diablo going to announce it, Chris, after the match? Is it going to be part of the announcement? And Cook catches a big flying punch to the face.
Look at that. And Elvis is still down.
Come on, Elvis.
Come on. How much more can Elvis take from Tyler Cook? Here we go. T-bone. T-bone suplex, but no. Stopped by Elvis.
Over the top. Look at that move. He was playing possum, Chris.
Come on. Elvis going to the top. The big man. Here he goes. Flying. Double axe handle.
I call that the jailhouse rock, Chris.
Shut up.
Langus hook. We have a new champ. No.
Thank goodness. Come on. Thank goodness Elvis is not taking home the title yet.
Yeah, yet's the key word, Chris. Elvis in control at the moment.
Thought Tyler was going to bust out a super kick out of nowhere, but look at that suplex.
Into the bridge. No. Just in the nick of time, Cook kicks out.
Oh, my goodness, Dave. Huh. Where's Lisa Marie? Come on. SBC up on the apron, though, Dave. I couldn't help out Tyler.
I knew he'd get involved.
Yes, baseball slide through. Ducks the clothesline, but look, he wasn't even getting involved. Elvis hit him, he wouldn't even touch it.
No.
Super kick, yes.
Cheap distraction by SBC. It was Heartbreak Hotel tonight, Chris, for Elvis Aliaga.
Heartbreak Hotel, that's going to be the opposite of Tyler Cook tonight. He's going to have a great time. He told me his room number. I'm going to give it all to all the girls around here. He loves them all, Dave. And he is still the Kansas champion here at Metro Pro Wrestling. And SBC didn't do anything. He was standing on the apron, big deal. Elvis is the one that walked over there and punched him in the face.
If he would have been standing up there, I think Elvis would have finished off Tyler Cook, Chris. He was distracting him.
If you have a problem with SBC being on the apron, then you don't know anything about being a wrestler here, Dave. Anybody else out there that has a problem with that, he's out there to help out. He was out there to help Tyler Cook get in his corner. He didn't do anything.
I think everybody has a problem with SBC being out there except you moron. Nonetheless, Tyler Cook retains the Kansas title.
Thank goodness.
But stay tuned, a huge night still to come. Later on, Ryan Drago takes on Mark Sterling. But coming up next, I don't know if they're the greatest, but certainly the biggest chops in the wrestling industry. Mr. Abernathy, one half of the tag team champions, takes on Davey Vega with some big stipulations on the line.
Yeah, the stipulation is whoever wins the most of their singles matches, their best of 3 singles matches, gets the name the tag team title stipulation. Jeremy Wyatt already beat Mr. James. Can Mr. Abernathy take out Davey Vega to even things up? We'll find out that and Ryan Drago versus Mark Sterling coming up.
Hello, this is Mick Foley of the WWE, and you are watching Metro Sports. Yeah!
Join Metro Pro Wrestling 24/7 on social media. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/MetroProKC. On Twitter, you can follow us at KCMetroPro. Our YouTube page is located at youtube.com/KCMetroPro. And finally, our company website with all of our live event dates over at MetroWrestling.com.
Welcome back to Metro Pro Wrestling here on Time Warner Cable Metro Sports. I'm Dave Borchardt alongside Chris Goff. And now, the big match, Chris, Mr. Abernathy against Davey Vega, yes, one half of Cobra Kai Dojo.
Dave, how many times is Davey Vega and Matt Fitchett going to get a shot to win these Metro Pro Tag Team titles? You thought the commission had too many chances?
There's 15 chances, Chris.
Yeah, well, the Cobra Kai Dojo, they're up there too. And now Davey Vega's trying to win a singles match tonight against the greatest man known to help this federation.
What?
Mr. Abernathy's trying to help everybody learn how to be on the up and arrow. You saw, Dave, you saw that he was with Mr. Steven Richards in the gym earlier tonight, and all these guys are working to make this a better place, and people like Davey Vega just can't understand.
You are such a hypocrite. I mean, off the air, you talk about how these commissions, the state commissions everywhere are such full of crap, and they're such
I would never say that.
bull crap, and now you sit here and love the commission and love how they enforce the rules. It's a joke.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Dave. I love commissions. I love the commission. And here they come, Mr. James holding the book of rules, and Mr. Abernathy, one half of the tag team champions at Metro Pro Wrestling. And you give him some respect, Dave.
I'll give him some respect as soon as he starts dressing unlike a moron, Chris.
Dave,
Look at
he's
this
wearing
dork.
a jacket. I know, I understand. You don't own a jacket with any kind of buttons. Doesn't say Nike on it or something.
Yeah, he borrowed my dad's suit from 1985, and he's wearing it with those. God, look at those teeth, Chris. It's like those hillbilly teeth I used to wear at college at Halloween.
Dave, a T-shirt in this building is stepping up and making this place look better. You see how these people, you see how the holes in these T-shirts? I didn't know Mom made so many T-shirts, Dave, but you come in here and you see all the holes. Mr. Abernathy coming out here to the jacket, you give him some respect. Mr. James doesn't even have a jacket. He was homeless a couple weeks ago. He still has some pants, though.
Hey, we should give it a shout out, Chris, to the unbelievable new Metro Pro Wrestling t-shirts, by the way. I don't see any on screen right now, but those things are killer, featuring some of the best wrestlers in Metro Pro history. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Bad t-shirts, those are some great ones.
You're absolutely right. Rob Schamberger, the artist, has thankfully, and look at that, trying to
Look at that
cheap
seared
shot.
chicken.
Rob Schamberger, the artist that everybody knows, the wrestling artist that everybody knows around the world. He has designed our new Metro Pro t-shirt with, I believe, 6 of the former champions, the Metro Pro Wrestling heavyweight champions. So it's going to be unbelievable, Dave. Great artwork by him. I will actually agree with you on that.
Is that a Twitter handle on Abernathy's tights, Chris? I thought I saw it on his right leg, and that said Bucktooth Warrior or something to that effect.
No, it didn't say that, Dave, but he's pulling up his socks. I'm talking about classing up the joint. He's got those nice socks, those purple and black socks.
You can't even say it without laughing, Chris.
Great!
I guess you are wearing a purple shirt as we sit here today.
Yeah, you know me, I love my purple.
We should mention Rob Schamberger. I'm sure everybody remembers him as the man whose unbelievable portrait of Michael Strider was smashed over his head by that jerk Adam Pierce.
Yeah, Adam Pierce really made that. He made that actually, that portrait go up in value, I think, Dave. Smashing it over Strider's head. And look, Abernathy pushing him against the ropes.
Not going to see a clean break here, are we, Chris? Well, I guess we. That's great, Chris. I guess we saw a clean break only so we could showboat like a half-assed Ric Flair.
Oh, now you're going to rip on him for having a clean break. Yeah, people can't do anything right in your book, huh, Dave? I guess we can't be perfect like you.
These guys can't do anything right. It took them 12 dang title shots to get a victory, Chris. They were winless before that.
Look, they're chanting this horrible stuff to Mr. Abernathy. What's he doing now? He shouldn't have to put up with this.
See if he's smart enough to figure out how to turn on the mic.
If I hear one more "you suck" chant, I'm leaving Kansas and never coming back.
Oh, let's start it. You suck.
Don't do that. Shut up, Dave. We don't want to hear that. Come on.
Let's see if he's a man of his word, Chris.
Dave, he's leaving. No. You don't want this.
Oh, that homeless bum's taking the rule books with him.
No. Mr. James, Mr. Abernathy, come back.
Oh, count him out, referee. Count him out.
He's already counted up to 5, Dave. Oh, thank goodness, yes. Thank goodness they're back. Oh, my goodness. I thought he was gone for good, Dave, but thankfully he's come back.
Well, he's not a man of his word, Chris.
Well, Dave, I'm sorry. He did walk out. I heard the crowd go crazy. They wanted him back.
That's not what happened at all, Chris. Nonetheless, we're about to get back underway here. As the security cat back in the ring. Big boot, I use that term relatively speaking, to the midsection by Abernathy.
Dave, the stipulations are the best of 3 singles matches. Whoever wins 2 or 3 of them will get to name the stipulation in the tag title match between the Commission and Cobra Kai Dojo. Now, if you recall, a couple weeks ago, Jeremy Wyatt defeated Mr. James in that impromptu match that was totally unfair to Mr. James.
Well, it was a terrible mismatch. That's the only reason it was unfair.
No, it was unfair because he had no idea he was going to have to face the Metro Pro champion. He did not get ready for that. We all know that. They needed to have a little time, some homework to be done.
Oh, yeah, wasn't it unfair to Wyatt as well?
No.
You know, scouting report on Mr. James.
He knew what he was going to do, Dave. No, you can't tell me. Wyatt knows exactly what he's doing at all times. He went out there and knew he was going to do that. But look, Mr. Abernathy has to win tonight against Davey Vega, or Cobra Kai Dojo gets to name the stipulation. And of course, they're not going to be fair. They're going to try to cheat on it as Davey Vega goes under Mr. Abernathy.
What speed and intelligence by Vega.
Everybody breaks the rules once in a while.
Oh, yeah, he's right, Chris. Everybody breaks the rules sometimes.
That's horrible. You're biting his hand? Get off.
He's got to 5. That's fine.
Oh, my goodness. He bit his hand, Dave. How's he going to feel that big, strong right punch?
Abernathy now outside of the ring, but watch out for Vega. He goes airborne.
Suicide dive on Mr. Abernathy and Mr. James. The homeless guy's down, Dave. He's used to being down and out.
They say he's used to sleeping on a hard surface, so he's probably fine.
No, he's trying to get away from that now. And Davey Vega now getting back in there. Mr. Abernathy's in trouble. Yes, Mr. James, hold his foot. Yes.
Come on, referee, what are you looking at here?
Yes. You know what? The Commission, they're grouped together, Dave, and they need to help each other out at all times. They're the tag team champions, and frankly, Dave, a lot of these guys around here cheat a lot, and they know they have to do the same thing just to keep even with it.
What are you talking about, Chris? These guys say they're here to enforce the rules. They're the biggest cheaters in Metro Pro Wrestling.
Dave, if they cheat, then the referee should disqualify. Look at this, wrapping that armor on that bottom cable.
You're just saying that because you know if they get disqualified, they won't lose the titles, Chris.
Come on, Mr. James, yes. Yes. Choke him out. I love Mr. James, Dave. I just wanted to throw out one of those big pork chops he throws out there. Just make his bloody chest to Davey Vega.
Those are some monster chops, there's no doubt about it.
And he can take them too, Dave. This guy's been in matches with 10,000 thumbtacks. Pete Madden's like, wow, that guy's hardcore.
I don't think Pete Madden would ever say that about any member of the Commission, or if you combine their 3 of them, their accomplishments together. Compared to Pete Madden, they're like the equivalent of a 4-year-old baby.
Big Daddy, Mr. Abernathy, talking to his fans out there at Davey Vega.
Yeah, the best part's right.
Misses with that. Look at that. He's your daddy, Dave.
That guy was my daddy, Chris. I might just go ahead and slit my wrist and end it all.
Oh, no, he has hair. He's not your dad. Never mind. Here we go. Davey Vega off the ropes. Oh, leapfrog.
Oh, what a spinning elbow by Vega.
No, another elbow. And he's still nursing that left arm, Dave, but Abernathy's in trouble.
Can Vega finish him off with just one good win, Chris?
Dave, can you imagine if they win this match, if Davey Vega wins this match and Cobra Kai Dojo can name it, they're going to do something horrible. You just don't want to give them that kind of power.
What kind of stipulation do you think they'll pick, Chris? Could be a lumberjack match. Could be a blindfold match.
Could be hardcore.
Spin the wheel, make the deal. What are we going to do here?
Who knows, Dave? It's going to be something that would be totally unfair to Mr. Abernathy, Mr. Jalistico. Look at that. Ducking clotheslines left and right. Missing with the big boot. Look at that. Slamming his head. As we've seen him do so many times.
Maybe they could have, like, losers go to a dentist match or something to that effect, Chris.
Well, yeah, I saw Davey Vegas. His choppers aren't exactly great either.
Are you serious, Chris?
Well, come on, you always rip on Mr. Abernathy.
Compared to Abernathy, I mean, my God, he looks like he's got the greatest teeth in the world, Chris.
Dave, Mr. Abernathy's vanity has nothing to do with the fact that he's very powerful here in the world of professional wrestling.
Well, I'll give him credit. He's clearly not self-conscious at all about his looks and doesn't care at all about them, Chris.
Well, why should he?
Look at that fast move across the ring to deliver that high-impact blow.
Look at that. It doesn't matter, Dave. He's staying in control, and that's all that matters.
I guess he is in control, Chris.
Yes!
Idiot would shut up. Big boot right to those teeth.
No, don't mess up the teeth.
You can't even hurt him there, though. What's Vega thinking?
The beard's great, too. Now look at this. What's he going to do? Oh, back body drop. Yes, but no, run through. No. Come on, get up. Turns it into an ankle lock.
I'm going to say Vega wasn't able to get the shoulders hooked down to a submission.
Ankle lock submission. A la Kurt Angle, Dave. And if Mr. Abernathy doesn't get to the ropes, he's going to have to tap. And the dojo gets an end to stipulation.
Oh, yes, he dragged him away, Chris. Now this could be over.
Oh, yes, Mr. James.
Oh, he's
Mr.
tapping
James.
out, Chris. Come
No,
on.
he's not looking. Mr. James is up there for a
You
reason.
saw it, Chris.
No, he was trying to get some momentum, Dave. He was trying to get the fans to clap with him. You see people do that.
What?
Look, why is he hitting Mr. James? There's a roll up.
Abernathy has the trucks, Chris.
Yes!
No.
Yes, Mr. Abernathy! Thank goodness.
What a bunch of crap.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well there might have been a little cheating involved in that match, Dave, but you know what? That's Mr. James is out there to help Mr. Abernathy. What do you expect? The commission has evened up the series, Dave. It comes down to, and next week, Mr. Jalistico taking on Matt Fitchin. The winner of that match gets to name the stipulation for their upcoming tag title match.
That match, the cheating was embarrassing even by the commission standards, and that's saying a lot, Chris.
Shut up, he won. Coming up in our main event, Ryan Drago, that dork from the 1920s. He's taking on the fittest wrestler in the world, Mark Sterling. That's coming up next.
The Turner Recreation Commission is a full-service recreation facility located in Kansas City, Kansas. Program offerings include youth and adult sports, boxing, karate, dance, tumbling, cheerleading, fine arts, childcare, youth and adult fitness classes, 50-plus program, a fitness center, year-round aquatic programs, birthday parties, rentals, and much, much more. For more information about TRC and their programs, please visit their website at turnerrec.org.
Welcome back, main event time here on Metro Pro Wrestling.
No.
And yes, Chris, we're in a time warp. It's back about 80 or 90 years here.
Is Scott Joplin here? I didn't know the Entertainer was playing in the background.
Yes, look at him here, Chris, and a huge ovation for the fans here at Turner Rec Center.
Ryan Drago, the well-mustached Gotch stylist, who for some reason every time he comes to the ring, our picture goes to black and white grainy film. Thanking all the fans, Dave, showing them how to do Hindu squats.
Yes.
A lot of people in here should know how to do those.
I'm actually going to do some right now during the broadcast, Chris.
You should, Dave. Do them. Yeah,
I'm out of breath, Chris.
Picture perfect. Ryan Drago coming into the ring. And he is going to be taken down by the fittest wrestler in the world, Mark Sterling.
Certainly a clash of styles here. There was really no weightlifting and stuff back in Drago's day, Chris.
Yeah, there were. There's those big barbells with the big round globe-looking things on the ends.
Those were inflated, Chris. And I mean, he did wrestle a bear, I guess, to keep in shape.
Dave, he had a bear steak that he made himself. Okay, look.
Introducing the fittest wrestler in the world.
We're waiting for Mark Sterling now. Come on. Sterling, come out here. Put this guy, send him back in a body bag to 1922.
This is Cobra Kai Dojo, Chris. They're not going to bring out the body bags, Johnny.
Hey, they still used those in the 20s, didn't they? What else did they do?
Let's see, Prohibition, Moonshine.
No, that was the 30s, moron.
World War I.
Come on. Here we go. Mark Sterling coming through the crowd like he has been the last few weeks.
Taking the road less traveled to get to the ring, Chris.
What's he doing? Look, he's going to the door to open it, and I think I see who's out there, Dave. That's Ryan King.
It's Maddie and Maddie King, Chris.
No, it's not. It's Ryan and Jake King, the King brothers. Everybody should be scared of these guys.
What, did they not fit through the backstage entrance? Did they have to go through those double doors, Chris?
No,
they went through that way.
They're anti-establishment, Dave, obviously. They don't want to have to deal with the stupid rules that some of these morons want. They can come out here and come straight out to the side of the ring. They don't care.
I don't think you're right, Chris. I think they frequent a lot of establishments. KFC, McDonald's, Taco Bell, all those places.
Always got to make buffet jokes, huh, Dave? You love KFC buffet.
I did. I used to like it 15 years ago before I started caring about my health and wellness.
Yeah, that was the great about the 20s, wasn't it? You didn't really care about health. You just ate Long John Silver's fish all day.
Look at these guys, Chris. They make the fans here at Turner Rec Center look like skinny marathoners.
You're absolutely right, Dave, and I'm jealous. If I was the King brothers, if I ate like that, dude, I could just eat whatever I wanted. Just go out to Arby's. Arby's night every night. Who cares?
Hey, you made jokes about Elvis. Why don't you say something about these guys? You love these guys.
Well, these guys are physically scary, Dave. What's he gonna say?
Hopefully he'll speak in that old English. I love it.
Associates, I guess we'll call them the King brothers. We have Burger and Burger Jr. there.
Burger Jr.
Yeah, that's great. More like double
You are
burger.
tremendous gentlemen. It's very obvious. I mean, look at the size of you. Oh, they know there's a gas crunch on. We can't build them this big anymore. You gotta scale it back. Well, it seems to me that, yes, it does. Technically, there's 3 of you.
Yeah.
Mind you, you're a man and a half.
Yeah, exactly. It's not good
Better more than
odds.
that.
Oh, come on.
I don't feel like it would be a fair competition for 2.5 men over here to challenge me.
Why not? Is
So
he
I've got
scared?
some associates. Don't worry, Mark. One could say they are dog tired from their drive.
Dog tired.
One might say they doggedly go after that which they desire. Or you could just call them the American Bulldogs.
Oh, come on.
Come on, Chris.
We haven't seen the American Bulldogs in weeks and months, Dave. And they're coming out here to be with Ryan Drago against the King brothers and Mark Sterling.
Come on, Chris. Everybody's doing it.
John West, Mad Dog McDowell, the American Bulldogs who have been wreaking havoc around the Midwest, Dave, in tag team competition. They're out here to team with Ryan Drago in this impromptu 6-man match here.
I don't often do this, Chris, but I have a serious question for you.
What?
Has this ring been reinforced? Because there's going to be some big splash and impact here in this ring tonight.
Can you imagine, Dave, one of the strongest guys in the back, if not the strongest, Mad Dog McDowell, is going to have his hands tied against 2 of the biggest guys that have ever been in a Metro Pro ring, the King brothers.
Well, you don't normally say this, but Ryan Drago and Mark Sterling look like little midgets compared to the rest of the guys in this match, Chris.
You're absolutely right, Dave. The other guys are body weight size. I mean, obviously the fittest guy in the world, Mark Sterling, he looks like a Greek god compared to everybody else in this state. So I understand what you're talking about. But the King brothers, Dave, who's going to be able to take those guys down? They weigh like 300-400 pounds each.
I still am a bit confused by the fittest wrestler in the world teaming with the fattest wrestlers in the world.
First of all, they're not the fattest, Dave. I'm sure there's fatter people everywhere else. Okay, come on. Well, maybe.
You're not naming any, so I don't know if you're that sure
I
about
haven't
it.
really looked into it very deeply, but I'm pretty sure there's got to be people bigger than the King brothers. But he's trying to get them in shape, Dave. He's got them doing CrossFit. He's got them on a gluten-free, carb-free diet.
Really?
Yeah, they've already dropped like 50 pounds since the last time we saw them.
I don't think that's true, Chris. I'd love to see some video evidence of this that you're talking about.
Oh, you know those before and after pictures are always fake on those stupid TV commercials? I know it. They told me their scale says 50 pounds less. It says 426 now.
My God, the poor ring.
Come on. This is Jake King taking on John West, Dave.
American Fury, John West, Chris. We haven't seen him for months, like you said, but these guys are 2 of the biggest fan favorites in the locker room.
Working over that left arm of John West. And throwing him back. Oh, look at that nice kip up by John West. We've seen John West, Dave, for his size, how athletic, some of the feats he can do, including that crazy moonsault that he always tries to bust out.
Yeah, shades of what we used to see Vader breaking out in the day. Great athleticism by the big man. Like you said, Chris, there on the drop kick.
Rufus R. Jones, Coco Beware, just another African-American professional wrestler. The John West has great agility, just like them. Mad Dog McDowell coming in now, Dave. This is the guy that can bench press anybody in the ring.
I'm just going to announce his moves as a series of barks and grunts, Chris.
Oh, well, thank you. At least you won't talk. And this is Ryan King in there. Nose to nose, these 2 behemoths. Oh, big forearm shots, but here they come back. Back and forth, Dave.
Come on, Chris, let's get into it.
Immovable objects.
I know you like cats and everything, but that doesn't mean you have to dislike the American Bulldogs.
Come on, boy, I hate cats.
You own like 6 of them.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I like them. Look at that big shoulder, but it doesn't even move the big man. Here comes one himself.
Oh, unstoppable force meeting the immovable object.
Ducks under, Dave, and look, big shoulder block sends him back, but still on his feet.
Oh, look at that strength.
Oh, my goodness. Did the boards just break?
Shades of Hulk Hogan slaving Andre the Giant.
Oh, my goodness. Hakeem the African Dream is smaller than Ryan King.
What strength by Mad Dog McDowell, Chris. Even you would admit it.
Can Ryan King even get up with that? All that weight just being pounded on his back, his own body weight.
What's Sterling doing here, Chris?
Well, look, Ryan Drago's trying to blindside him. Sterling's trying to look after Ryan King.
He was in the ring.
He's worried about his friend.
He's scared, Chris. I think I see a little pee running down his leg.
Dave, shut up with your stupid visuals. I'm trying to figure out how did Mad Dog McDowell just slam Ryan King?
And Sterling just tagged out Chris. He doesn't want any piece of Ryan Drago tonight.
Now look at Ryan Drago trying to hulk up on Jake King in there, Dave, and he can do all the high knees he wants.
Well, he's the only one in the ring that can do them.
Well, touche, Dave.
If either of the King brothers tried to do a hit-no squat, Chris, they do a little backsplash. They wouldn't be able to get back up.
Well, some pants might be ripped, but who cares, Dave?
Well, maybe they should try. That'd be great.
Really? You want to see that?
Yeah, I mean, like as long as they're wearing some boxers underneath, that'd be pretty funny.
I saw the Supermoon a couple weeks ago. I don't really just see it again.
Huge job.
Oh, big English uppercut.
What's Drago going to pull off here? What old school move? And I mean, literally old school move is he have in his repertoire next?
Jake King looks like he's trying to throw him into an Irish whip, but Drago holding on to that headlock. I cannot believe the ring's still in one piece.
Oh. What a huge clubbing blow there by Jake King.
That's what I'm saying, Dave. They might not be the most agile, they might not be the quickest, but they got a lot of body weight behind all those blows there.
Did you say they might not be, Chris?
Okay, they're not.
I mean, they make Mr. Abernathy look like Rey Mysterio Jr., Chris.
It's true. He does look small, Dave. They're big men. And look at that big kick to the back of the head, and Jake King goes out on one knee.
This here, Drago. What's he gonna do? Maybe gonna make a tag here? Yes, John West gets tagged in.
Neck breaker, John West in for the cover. Can he get up? Mark Sterling taking a closer look. Didn't get involved though, Dave.
Taking a closer look, Chris. He broke up the count.
Jake King finally tagging out to Mark Sterling. Big scissor kick to Mark Sterling.
John West was playing possum there. He caught Sterling as he raced in, and now maybe Drago will finally get his chance. And look at Sterling again, Chris.
Sterling obviously doesn't want anything to do with Ryan Drago. Obviously, he's heard that Ryan Drago has something in store for him, probably some kind of brass knuckles. I don't know what it could be.
Oh, come on. Drago's never cheated.
Really?
Yeah, he beat that bear fair and square, Chris.
There's no way. No man can beat a bear and eat a bear steak in his kitchen, Dave, and he just tagged out to Ryan King.
You seen his mustache, Chris?
Jake King.
That mustache Drago has can do anything, Chris.
Well, yeah, it's a great mustache, Dave. He's got his professional wrestler mustache wax for it. And Jake King clubbing blows to Ryan Drago into the corner. Up close action as I see our cameraman get right into it.
Off the ropes is Drago, whipped into that turnbuckle hard. Oh, but he gets the foot up.
Big boot to the face. Ryan Drago now another big kick to that left arm. And he's gonna try to chop him down, Dave. I guess that's the smartest thing you could do to these guys.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad to actually go for the legs, Chris.
I guess it's the next best thing to slamming them like Mad Dog McDowell did.
That was unbelievable. It's still hard to believe he was able to get either of the Kings off their feet.
And Ryan Drago with that headlock on the ground. Jake King in trouble. Look at this, a cover, rolls him over a cover, but no. Momentum back towards Ryan Drago's way. Here's another cover. Trying to get a tag over to Mad Dog McDowell, but just can't get enough over there. Come on.
These three really working well as a team here. I can't say so much for the other team since Mark Sterling refuses to enter the match, Chris, but the American Bulldogs and Ryan Drago looking great.
Sidewalk slam. Oh. How does his back take that, Dave?
How does the ring take it, Chris?
That's a good point. And look at this, double team action, throwing a run on top of him. Here's a cover. Oh. Kicks out the last second, Dave. But nice tag team combination. The American Bulldogs, who've seen them here for years, an excellent tag team in the Midwest, but I don't know if they have anybody the size of the King, but every time I say that, some Somebody picks him up and treats him like a sack of potatoes. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, Sterling finally gets in, doesn't he?
Throws him on top of the back of John West's cover. How could John West kick when you got 450 pounds in on top of you? Working back up, going to the corner, and Mark Sterling really chirping over into the other corner. It's pretty funny, Dave, the mind games he's playing with Ryan Drago.
It's real funny, Chris. If he didn't cheat a minute ago, I think this match might be over.
Look at this, Ryan King just clubbing blows to the chest of John West. John West in the wrong neighborhood right now. Mark Sterling coming in to finish things up, hopefully. Look at that sitting on his throat, that middle rope. Trying to push the referee out of the way. Referee shouldn't be involved anyway at this point. Should just let them beat the crap out of John West.
So who do you think Sterling's going to tag in here in a minute, Chris? You think it'll be the Whopper or the Double Whopper?
Dave, they're
I'm just
losing
using
weight.
Drago's analogy, Chris.
Well, Ryan Drago's analogy is horrible. How does he even know what a Whopper is? They barely had hamburger when he was around.
That's probably true. No fast food back then, but again, our country wasn't nearly as fat as it is now, as the King brothers are a testament.
Thanks for that, Dave. Thanks for the obesity chart that we have to go through. Look at them tagging in one of the King brothers. Can't see their face right now.
Oh, big elbow. Like
Ryan King.
Literally, huge elbow.
Big elbow from Ryan King. There's a cover. And look, Ryan Drago coming in to cheat.
How can anyone kick out with all that blubber laying on top of him,
I
Chris?
have no idea, Dave. No idea. Here comes Jake King now. And that corner's in some really big-time trouble. No shocks underneath there. As Jake King continues to work over John West, and John West in trouble, Dave. I don't know if he's going to be throwing out his moonsault today.
Well, let's hope the Kings don't try a moonsault, Chris, because I think the ropes might collapse before they even had the chance.
Hey, the Headhunters used to do moonsaults, Dave. I think the King brothers could. Look at these clubbing blows. Look at this.
No!
Oh, nice throw by Jake King, and here's a cover. It's over.
This could be it.
Look
No.
at these cheaters.
Thank goodness.
Cheating. Mad Dog McDowell coming in, saving John West, because it was over.
It's called being a good teammate, Chris.
Oh,
And by
it's
the way,
a good teammate now.
I was terrified on that last move because that would have been a belly-to-belly suplex. I think John West may have been pronounced dead in the ring.
That's true, Dave.
Thank goodness it wasn't that. It was just a throw.
And therein lies the reason that the King brothers are such a formidable force here in Metro Pro Wrestling. They're just so big.
There's no doubt they do have some things going for them, and by some things I mean their enormous size and girth and strength, but it's been on display here tonight. When they're good, and when not, we'll see how their career plays out. I'm fascinated to see, Chris.
Just him raking that forearm across the face of John West. Look at that, Dave. The spear in the corner, it bounced off like 5 feet. He had so much momentum going his way. Here's a cover. It's over.
Oh, just a 2 count, but Sterling charged him like a mad bull there, Chris.
Waist lock on the ground there, but I cannot believe that spear. He just bounced off from 3-4 feet, just all the momentum as John West's back was just thrown into that turnbuckle. And look at the leverage that Mark Sterling has right here. He knows everything about the angles, the leverage that he needs to get in control of every match he's ever in.
Here the King brothers talking trash during that submission hold from the sideline here, Chris.
Here we go. Look, nice forearm shot to Mad Dog McDowell. And look at that, Ryan Drago draping his throat over that top rope. And John West now tags in it. Sterling doesn't want this.
Oh, now Drago can really get his hands on it finally.
Sterling doesn't want this, Dave. Look at that flying elbow. This is trouble. Yes, caught. No, reversed out of it. No!
Oh, what deception by Drago. Look at that suplex.
German suplex. Get up. Oh, thank goodness.
Don't know how Sterling kicked out there, Chris. I thought he was done for.
Thank goodness. And now Ryan Drago back in the fireman's carry. This used to be a finisher back in the 1910s. Look at that big clubbing blow to Sterling. Tags into Jake King as Ryan King's taking out Mad Dog McDowell out there, Dave. John West is half dead on the apron, and Sterling, fireman's carrying. I thought he was going to go for the... Oh no, it's reversal. Look at this. Falcon arrow.
Watch your back, Drago, yes.
No, look at this cover, Jake King.
Yes, he got him. What a huge win for Drago and the Bulldogs.
The momentum going the whole way for Ryan Drago as Jake King and his weight playing against him there, Dave. And the Bulldogs and Ryan Drago get the victory over Mark Sterling and the King brothers. What a huge upset.
I don't know if I call it an upset, Chris, but a huge win, no doubt about it. Ryan Drago getting accolades from his teammates here, the American Bulldogs, and the crowd here responding at Turner Rec Center.
Ryan Drago getting the big victory here. And I had heard, Dave, that he said after the match he wanted to address the crowd. He wants to talk to this Metro Pro Wrestling crowd that he's been adored by for the last 2-3 years here in Kansas City. And what a big victory for him and the American Bulldogs once again over Jake King, Ryan King, and Mark Sterling. And Mark Sterling and the boys cannot be very happy. Look at that, gonna crush someone's head in with the kettlebell.
Well, they're never very happy, Chris. I mean, it's not exactly breaking news there.
There goes the King brothers, but like I said, Ryan Drago has something to say to the fans, Dave. Really curious to see what he wanted to have this extra time for. As Mark Sterling, look at those eyes, Dave. Don't want to make him mad.
Tonight, Guthrie's here, Chris, and I think you're right. I think Ryan Drago's gonna have some words for the fans.
All right, let's hear one more time from the American Bulldogs and Ryan Drago.
Ryan Drago pumping up the American Bulldogs as they make their triumphant return to Metro Pro Wrestling, getting the big victory in this 6-man tag match. John West, Mad Dog McDowell with some power moves on the King brothers. Let's hear what Ryan Drago has to say.
As of July 1st, I am officially contracted to World Wrestling Entertainment.
Oh my goodness! Ryan Drago's head to the WWE, Dave!
He made the big time, Chris. Nobody deserves it more than this guy.
This crowd loves him. Congratulations to Ryan Drago. What a feat!
You're welcome.
Thank you, Drago. Chant has broken out here at Turner Rec Center, Chris.
Obviously emotional, Dave.
I do have a little bit more to say. We can't do this all night, so if you guys could bear with me. Before I go, though, I wanted to say places like this only work because of people like you. As much as every single person on this roster, regardless of how they might act when they're out here, every single one of them appreciates you guys being here month after month to support them and support what they love to do. And they will be out here to do it as long as you guys are here to watch. So every time you got a chance to, anyone you know, mothers, sisters, brothers, friends, family, cousins, I don't care who it is, you tell them if you want to have the most fun on a Saturday night you are going to have in several states, it's right here. Watching these guys do what they do better than any 5 companies in this state.
He's right, Chris.
Big words from Drago.
And in closing, on a personal note, Ryan Drago merchandise is available at the table tonight, so if you could...
What?
I'm not getting paid yet, okay? I could use the help.
I gotta get some of that mustache
Thank you all
wax.
so much. You have a good night.
Wow, what a moment, Chris, and profound congratulations to Ryan Drago from everyone here at Metro Pro Wrestling. That's a great achievement.
Ryan Drago's been a great wrestler here for Metro Pro Wrestling. And on a serious note, gonna really miss him, and congratulations to him, and hope him nothing but great success with WWE.
This has been a production of Metro Sports and Time Warner Cable, Kansas City.